And five, four.
We're actually live right now.
Oh, hey there, everyone. It's Daniel here, and I knew we were live the whole time, and John just ruined my skit. Um,
It was going to be hilarious.
no, it wasn't. That was it. But yeah, we're here again for the third time today, and we got to watch the Sony. We're kind of tired now because it's 20 past 4 in the morning, so we're going to be a little slower than usual.
Or
Uh,
fast, so we can go to bed.
no, but I mean like mentally slow, if you
Mentally
know what I
slow.
mean.
Okay.
The wit, the
Alrighty.
wit, the wit won't be here. Don't expect wizard charm like you normally get from me.
Let's get right into it though. So,
Okay, so Sony came out and they came out swinging. I thought they had a good start. They started off with Destiny, right? They showed off some new gameplay, all that kind of good stuff, and then at the same time they kind of announced a special edition PS4. It was white, and also at the same time they announced that PS4 owners can get into the alpha, which starts on Thursday, which I just managed to happen to do, I think. So
nice.
I'll be playing that on Thursday, I think, for 4 days, I think. Not
That's really
100%
cool.
sure.
Make some videos.
Yeah, well, depends on if there's an NDA or not. Uh,
Make some
so then
videos. I'll call the guys
I'm
at
not
Bungie.
asking.
I'll smooth. I'll smooth it over with the guys at Bungie, or I'll get you banned. Okay.
Oh god. Okay, and then the Order came along, and actually, I think it's the best Order gameplay that we've
And they were
seen so far.
still as well to not have shown anything. It
But that's only
looked
because you
look
want to see
okay.
more, which is the point.
It looked really good,
Yeah.
but I would have rather seen some other things going on. Okay, it was actually cool that the werewolf thing talks. Uh,
Yeah.
that kind
He's
of me
flying.
it made them a little creepier, and the seamless transition from cutscene to gameplay. Like sometimes you didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
Um,
So what makes you think they shouldn't have shown that?
it just wasn't long enough to. You know what? I'll give a roundup of what I think this whole thing was at the end, minus a few games. But it looks good. I'm interested in seeing an actual like full gameplay of it, not just like here's 5 seconds of this scene, here's 6 seconds of this. Two
I
seconds
thought it
over.
went on for a few minutes.
It was not. It was him walking around a corridor. It looked,
It was
as I said,
basically introducing the like half breeds, I think they're called,
yeah. But
which is
anyways,
something we've wanted to see for
yeah,
like over a
it
year
looked
now.
great, but they should have maybe picked a better segment, maybe.
I don't know.
But
I
it
liked
did
it.
look great. I'm really impressed by that, like by the
I,
graphics.
I thought it really brought in a survival horror element.
Yeah,
It's not,
maybe. I
not
don't know.
creepy like anything else that's been shown off.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, I guess
Uh,
that's a nice dismissive attitude you have there, John.
I'm fucking tired. I don't care. um,
Right. So after that, there was Entwined, and that's kind of actually I don't really know what was going on in that. So it was kind of like, is it an indie game?
it's an
I
indie
think
game.
it's been
What
made
do
by a
you
new
think? It's a
studio or
triple
something.
A title. It's gonna get a gritty reboot in like 5 years' time or something.
But they were
Uh,
saying something about like there's two little paper
they have to touch and they become a
things.
dragon and it goes across the sky and
They have to
uh,
live through 9 life cycles or something, and
yeah,
it's like each dragon is controlled by each thumbstick or something.
yeah. It's a I think it's like it was just them trying to push the indie scene a bit because yeah, they're just trying to push some indie games early on and from there's not really much to say. Uh,
Except that it's like available right now. They released it for
oh
some
right,
of the
yeah,
things.
it's on right now. So also there's Second Son DLC. It looks like you're gonna play as that chick,
Fetch.
Fetch. Yeah, you get to play as Fetch. Um,
Yep.
are you
I
gonna
gotta
get that?
say, yeah, I get it, but I don't know. I don't. I was expecting. Well, this seems like a. Oh, sorry. This is a prequel because she's still
Oh,
locked up. It seems. So I'm not. I'm not really too fond of that. I was hoping for when they said that you don't need the original game to play.
that's
I
cool.
was. I was hoping for infamous style Festival of Blood. You ever hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was really cool. It was like completely separate to the main game. And I was like, they just had fun with it. Like those
Yeah,
non-canon, those vampires and shit like that. It was
oh,
cool.
that's cool.
I was hoping for something like that, but maybe this will turn out to be cool. I don't know. It's just that she only has neon powers, and I don't want to be limited.
Yeah, that's actually gonna be weird. I was thinking that too because I know that she only has neon, and I was thinking that it's like, hmm. But they'll make it work. I mean,
Yeah, we'll
they know
see
what
what
they're
them.
doing. So after Second Son DLC, they showed Little Big Big Planet 3, and it featured players who didn't know how to clear a jump.
That was actually a huge surprise. I don't think anyone saw
No,
Little
I
Big Planet
didn't.
3
I
coming.
didn't think about it to be honest. It
Not the biggest fan of the series myself. I had the
not
first one.
Yeah.
Like the user generated stuff, like there's some cool stuff there. If you're like creative, then it's a good game for you. But
Mm.
I'm not really creative in
No,
that way, at least. I
no,
can
you're
we make
certainly
rocket
not.
dicks. Rocket dicks is what we can do.
Yeah, rocket dicks for days. Um, like
But yeah, it introduced like it was not just Sackboy anymore. There's like a dog and there's like a bird
yeah,
and
the
there's like
bird pretty
different
much
game
saved it from
sizes.
like not not
The
finishing.
bird is designed just for that
Yeah,
these
I
three
think it was
players.
because it was that stupid bitch who just could not clear that jump, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick you up. Fuck this."
Yeah,
And I'd say that was definitely planned. Um, it was like sometimes where you're watching someone play a game and they're not good at it, and it's like torture.
yeah.
Um,
But one cool thing they announced is that all the 8.6 million levels that were from 1 and 2 will be available in Little Big Planet 3 with all the upgraded graphics.
that's
So that's
really
cool.
cool. That's actually very cool. So after that, we had the
This is a big
Bloodborne,
one. Yeah, this
the game.
is a huge one for a lot of people, especially all the From Software fans. From what I can tell, it's a PS4 exclusive. I'm pretty sure it is, thanks to Sony having trademarked Bloodborne. But was that gameplay or was that CGI?
It was CGI, I heard, according to an IGN article I read.
Okay.
At least
Well,
I think it was. Don't take my word for it.
I still like the tone of it. You know, I like the setting.
Yeah,
It seems unique enough. I don't think I've ever played a game set in that kind of thing before.
it was creepy. I'm interested to see what happens with it. So that's something to look out for PS4. Um, but no whatchamacalls. Like, give me a second, I'll get it. No gameplay, but sure, it was concept art and stuff beforehand.
Yeah,
I think it was. So
better better than what we saw at like Mass
yeah,
Effect
it's
and shit
something.
like that.
It's something. So what did have some gameplay was Far Cry 4, which actually looked really, really good.
And they have like a really really cool feature with that.
Yeah,
Did you hear
yeah, I
that?
know it. Yeah, we'll get to it in a second.
Okay.
So it's like you're in, where are you again? In the Himalayas or something like that?
Himalayas, yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was very surprised at just how vast the place looked. How like it just looked so pretty. I was so surprised. I was so concerned for the well-being of the elephants.
How clear was your stream? Mine was fairly blurry. I wasn't enjoying like
I
visuals or anything.
for a while I had a really good quality, and then suddenly it just took a dip, and then it was like mediocre for most of the stream. A few
So
audio issues here and there.
how was it for Far Cry 4?
It was enough to that I could see that it was a very pretty game.
And would
I'm,
you, if you compared it to Far Cry 3, do you think massive leaps and bounds?
I think so. But I'm gonna look at it in HD. Like again, like a lot of these trailers, I'm gonna rewatch them and check it out in HD just to get it without being interrupted by bad sound quality or the video pausing and stuff.
Yeah. What were
Um,
you saying anyway about elephants before I interrupted you?
I was like when he attacks his base at some stage. This is when he calls in his co-op buddy, and there was an elephant, and I was like, God, I hope that elephant doesn't die. And just like the whole time, it's like, don't shoot that elephant, really
Yeah.
freaking out about it.
That
But
elephant
speaking,
was doing class damage though.
it was, yeah. The cool thing though about the co-op is you don't actually have to own the game if you were to play co-op with a buddy.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's
And
untold of.
that
I've
is
never heard of that
exclusive to
before. I don't
PlayStation
think
though.
I've. Yeah, that's exclusive. That's a big
That's
exclusive.
a
That's
nice
something
feature.
that was something that like an exclusive. I was like, oh wow, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a great way to get people to try out games too, like.
it is. That's actually probably what they were thinking. It's like, well, I can't play this without my friend, but like, what am I playing it because I had fun the other day? I might buy it. Boom, more sales.
How do you think it's going to work? Do you think it's going to be like streamed to the friend, like with PS Now, or will it be like a download? Or how
Maybe
will
you
it work?
download and you just like download it, but you can only get access to it if your
Have a
buddy
friend
is.
invite or
Yeah,
something.
if you have a friend invite, and then it'll just be like, oh, I want to just be like, just buy the game. Like, okay, I'll just buy it, and it's already downloaded then for you, and you just start playing like as per usual. We'll probably see more. Obviously, we'll learn more as that goes on.
Yeah,
So
it's
we'll move
definitely
on.
interesting.
There was a pretty funny a Dead Island 2 video.
And this confused me a lot because I was sure it was going to be Dying Light, and then I was
Yeah,
like,
I was.
isn't Dying Light like a spiritual sequel to Dead Island? And no,
Yeah,
they're not being made by the same people.
that looked like California, didn't it? Like Venice Beach, is it? It looked like
Yeah,
that.
definitely looked like GTA 5 kind of a setting.
Yeah, it did. So I was like, no, it can't be that because I know that it's not in California. Um, but it was cool.
But a
Not no
CGI game,
gameplay,
wasn't it?
but there's
Yeah.
going to be an exclusive beta for the PS4, which is really cool. Um, And just look out
Yeah,
for that. I actually like
that's
the
a
Sonic.
big thing. That was a huge thing this E3. Bases, left, right, and center.
Yeah, there was, but I think that's something that's just becoming more popular and more like the
But
done
like, I
thing.
don't think I've ever heard something like this. But like, it's only kind of starting now, and even now, alphas with Destiny, like, it's kind of getting crazy.
Yeah, it's sort of like the early access thing that's kind of starting to sweep Steam. Um,
Yeah, true.
Maybe betas is kind of good, betas and alphas for the consoles, even for a few days. So Battlefield 4 Hardline was mentioned. We've talked about that already in the EA video we have.
Yeah, the only shining lights in EA's
Yeah, the only shine
weapons.
that is, so we moved on to a really funny video for Magica 2.
That
Uh,
was kind of funny.
I'd
Yeah.
recommend just checking that out. It was pretty funny, worth a few laughs.
Have you ever played the first one or know about it?
I know I didn't even know about it,
Neither
but
did I.
it looked fun.
I thought it was Journey. I thought it was gonna be
I
stupid
was
Journey
racking
first.
my brains. I was like, "What is this game?" Like trying to think. Well, didn't know what it was.
Still
Um,
don't.
no, no, but I mean,
Like
it was a funny
Power
video.
Rangers.
That's my input. It was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
For
Um,
that. So next then was Grim Fandango, which had a kind of like funny reveal as well with Tim Schafer in the letter. But this is I've never actually played this game,
no, I
but
feel like I should
I
check
know
it
it
out.
has a huge cult following, and that this is kind of a big deal for some people. Not for me. Maybe I'll check it out now because
I'm gonna check
I'll
it out
have the
after.
chance to do it.
Even watch a let's play if we could find one. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's let's play for
maybe
everything.
that's one. Like people in the listening, all two of them, they're probably
Yeah,
like, "Oh, how do you not know about this game?" Blah
yeah.
blah blah. But
I
just
feel like
don't.
a filthy casual that I don't know about it. To be honest,
Yeah,
Just like, I feel like I should know.
we should probably have the comments turned on in case
Yeah,
people are commenting. But whatever, it's too late.
yeah. It's too late. We'll
Uh,
reply to you later.
we sure will.
Um,
Then
so,
there
oh,
was
you're
then
doing
they
it.
started. Yeah, there's a bunch of. Oh, sorry, did you want to say something about it?
No, no, you go for it. I'll let you have
So
the comments while you're talking.
okay. There was they showed like a sizzle reel kind of thing with indies, but there was one that stood out towards the end. It was called the Talus Principle. It seemed like the only one that was actually like in proper 3D, and it seemed kind of like a puzzle game, maybe like a mix between. When I saw it first, I thought it was like The Witness, Jonathan Blow's game, The Witness,
Yeah,
and it's like a mix between that and Portal because lasers and all that kind of shit. I don't know, I could be completely wrong about that. I didn't really see much combat. It just seemed to be like puzzle solving, which was very The Witness to me. But anyway, that's all I really have to say about that. I think it's just coming to PS4 first. I'm not sure. Maybe it's an
yeah.
exclusive.
Um,
Maybe it's just coming first. I don't know.
I actually don't know. So, Let It Die. That's going to
That
be a
was
PS4 exclusive by
that was
Suda
an
51.
interesting one.
Yeah,
It's, do you know
sorry.
Suda 51?
Yeah, I know he's a bit of a weirdo. That's pretty much what I know about him.
Yeah. But is he like behind games like Killer 7 and stuff?
Yeah, I think he is. Uh, I
And plus,
don't
what's the
know
No
what
More
I
Heroes?
feel about what I've seen of that game. I think it was violence for violence sake, or gore for gore's sake, which I don't really like in games myself. But it could be good.
Yeah, I'm not sold on this either. I need to see more
No, yeah, I need
gameplay.
to see more. It just seemed a bit like too much. You know
It
what I
felt
mean?
like a 90s game advert,
Yeah, it
like a
did.
Mortal Kombat one or
It was
something.
like one of the things I'd be like, it's encouraging children to kill people and stuff. I
Exactly.
actually thought it was going to be Manhunt for a second. Because it's just like people just getting killed. And,
Oh, that would have been cool.
yeah. So after that was a game called Abzu. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah,
Uh, it was remember didn't these guys make a Journey?
I think it was like some of the developers behind us. It's
Yeah,
the studio called Giant Squid
it
Studio now
seemed
or
to
something.
have Giant Space Studio. It seemed to have that kind of like art style a little bit. I think it was reminiscent of it at the very least.
Actually, I can't remember a single piece of gameplay from this. I just remember the name appearing on the screen, Ab, and then Zoo.
It was just
Was
like
it like
underwater.
underwater? Yeah.
Yeah, and that was kind of what I took from it. It was underwater.
Okay.
Okay, but this is a game that
Groundbreaking stuff.
like for me, this is when I was like, okay, this is good. No Man's Sky. At first,
That
I was
was
like,
brilliant.
yeah, I was like, what is this? I was like, I don't know. And then he went into space. I was like, okay, and then he lands on another planet. It's completely different. And I was like, whoa.
Did you not see
And
this before, no?
no, I haven't. And he was shooting like asteroids, and pieces were like falling off, and
Yeah, it's
you
fucking
know,
cool.
and then they're saying there's infinite amount of planets that are procedurally generated, and you'll never find. It's infinite.
Yeah, and
They
it's
said
in the
they don't
mall as
even.
well. Like,
Yeah, and they said they don't even know what's in there. But like, I was thinking, like, what do you do when you play the game? That's
You
the
can
only
like
thing.
collect information on the planets or something you can expand, or I don't know. We'll find out more, I
That's
suppose.
one thing I want to know is like, what do you do? I mean, you can explore, but eventually it's like, for what? But I'm very interested in it. It actually did go wow when I seen it. It was especially when I went to space. I was like, that's incredible.
Yeah, even
Uh,
though like he didn't take any length at all to get into space, it was like hardly any atmosphere on the
it's just
planets he was on.
yeah. I guess for the interest of time, you don't want to be like flying into
Well,
the
yeah,
sky.
yeah, yeah, no, but
Yeah,
still,
flying into the sky for like 2 hours.
it's kind of
Um,
funny.
yeah. So No Man's Sky was for me probably the most standout game has up to this point, anyways. And then we
And
moved
it's
on.
coming to consoles first and PS4,
It's PS4
which means it'll come to
console.
everything.
Yeah, it'll be on everything, but it's going to make its console debut on
Yeah, so it'll probably come on PC at the same time.
yeah, more than likely. And they announced that YouTube is coming to PS4.
Yeah, so you can finally
That's
upload your stuff straight to your account.
Yeah, that's really cool. Hopefully that'll come to Xbox. We had he showed some free to play games.
Yeah. PlanetSide 2 is the standout there, I think.
Yeah, but no information on it though, right? Just
Well, they're going to be there's more information throughout the week.
okay. Well, we're waiting on that. So,
Yeah,
PlayStation Now, Vita TV can kind of encompass them nearly in the same thing, you know.
yeah, this was an area that pretty much dragged a bit.
Oh
Like
my God, I was
it's like
so
I didn't feel
bored.
like I was learning anything. Like all this stuff had been repeated
Do
before.
you know
It was,
this is where Microsoft for me excelled because you know, they
that was yeah,
announced
this
things that weren't game related beforehand, and it was about the games. And I think Sony could have done with doing that because I was just losing interest hard.
I agree.
Uh, like No Man's Sky is like, whoa, I'm brought back in, like I'm into this again. And then like oh YouTube, oh free to play, and
No,
then
but, sorry, go keep going.
and then you start waffling about PlayStation Now and Vita TV and stuff. But then finally he showed a bit more gameplay footage of Mortal Kombat. Do you actually before we go on to Mortal Kombat, is there anything else you wanted to say?
I just want to say at that point when he was talking about Visa TV and he's like wrapping it up, that was like at the 90-minute mark, and I was shitting bricks. That was because I was going to end and there would be no Uncharted. And I was like, you're doing so good in the beginning, and you go and fuck it up towards the end. But then they recover from the stumble a bit, not right away, but eventually.
Yeah. So
Mortal
after
Kombat
that,
then.
yeah, Mortal Kombat.
Do you notice how he said X and not 10?
Yeah, but I think that's it's kind of like cool, maybe.
Extreme.
Mortal Kombat X, extreme violence. It was another Mortal Kombat game by the looks of it, but I like Mortal Kombat. I
Seems
wouldn't
to
be
be
the
two new
biggest fan.
characters.
Yeah,
You
it
recognize
was.
some characters?
No, obviously you recognize Sub-Zero and Scorpion
Yeah.
classics.
It's like a
Um,
bug lady and some kind of
yeah,
giant dude.
some big dude. It looked good. I enjoyed the last Mortal Kombat. I played the whole thing. Um,
Same.
yeah, it was a good game. So, I probably won't get it at launch at all. I might wait to get it like really cheap, if ever. But
What was
you
your
know,
quality like during that vid? Because King
it
Kellogg,
was it was all right.
King Kellogg was saying that he thought it looked like a PS3 game. So would
Oh
you?
wow, it didn't look like crazy good, but it didn't look like a PS3 game. It looked
Okay.
good. I think it's
But it
gonna
is
look
cross-gen though, so
yeah. Oh, it's cross-gen.
yeah.
Uh, Maybe it wasn't my stream then. It didn't look. It looked good pretty much, but not nothing like mind blowing. So to go on to talk about like a new TV show that's exclusive to the PS4 called Powers, but like
Yeah.
people are just gonna like torrent it.
Apparently that's what you call some kind of comic or something. So
Yeah,
if there's fans of that, I'm sure they're probably happy about it. But
yeah.
if you have PS Plus, you get it for free in America anyway.
To yawn there. I don't know. I mean, what did you make of that when they were talking about like more TV stuff?
I was just freaking out about the lack of Uncharted at that point. I was
Yeah.
like, shut up, shut up, shut up.
At this stage, I was like, I would not mind if this ended, even though I didn't get to see games like Uncharted that I wanted to see at this point. And The Last of Us wasn't shown yet, as a bit like, where the fuck.
Yeah.
So
So then they moved on to Ratchet and Clank movie.
I'd
Um,
watch that.
It actually looked Pixar level quality, like it
It
looked
did.
decent.
I'd check it out. But
And
again, at this stage, I was like, where are the games? You know,
they then announced that they're remaking the first Ratchet and Clank to coincide with it. So it's gonna be like they said they're gonna have it visually so that it compares visually with the best PS4 games. So it's gonna be completely remade.
that's really cool.
So that should be cool.
Yeah, that's really good. So that's coming. That's something to definitely look forward to if you're a PS4 owner. And then
Yeah.
something that was really nice to look at was the Last of Us remastered trailer. Just really
Oh
get to
yeah.
get a better look at like the touch ups. It's actually significantly different. I think character models look really smooth. Uh, that was actually probably the standout thing, just how much smoother everything looked.
I think it's one of those things that you want to appreciate all the differences until you're actually playing it.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
you're not going to be seeing 60 frames per second on these streams.
No, for sure.
And the low
But
quality streams we had as well, we're not going to be seeing all the
yeah, well,
smoothed out resolution and all that shit.
yeah. It was cool though. This one I was like, okay, yay, something good. And then they showed that leaked Metal Gear Solid 5 trailer. I'm glad I held off just so big, it was something to look at new. That
And
was new.
what you think of it?
It was really good. It looks like fucking Kiefer Sutherland's losing his shit.
Fucking does. Fucking, it looks
Yeah.
pretty. He's done it again with the trailers. If there's
Yeah,
anyone who knows
I,
how to make the
it
trailers,
was it was impressive. That's for sure. It got me excited.
yeah.
Um,
No
but
release date though, which
no
pissed me
release
off.
date, no surprise. 2015 guaranteed. Christmas 2015.
Hopefully there'll be a Konami event or something throughout the week.
Yeah, we'll
Because I
see.
know that trailer wasn't the full trailer. You should look up that link I posted because there's more towards the end of that.
I
They'll
see.
probably reveal it tomorrow.
So then this was big, and this is something that we both wanted. Was GTA 5.
Yeah, this is
That
quite a
got revealed.
surprise.
Yeah,
Because I
it
forgot all
was.
about it. I was so focused on Uncharted that all these other things went out of my head.
I was pretty surprised, but it was nice. It's confirmed as well for PC and Xbox One, um, and it looked
And the
really good from what
profile,
they showed.
your online profiles
Oh,
will
right, right,
transfer
right.
over, which is really cool.
Apparently, your 360 and from I don't know what did he mean? Is it like did he mean your 360 will go to Xbox One and your PS3 will go to PS4, or was it like you can take your 360 one
Well, yeah, I think you can be able to switch and swap because they're all on the
social
Rockstar cloud
club, the
servers.
social
Yeah.
club? Yeah. I hope that means you can do it with the Xbox One. You can bring Xbox 360 to Xbox One.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
It'd be very stupid if they didn't.
yeah. Because some guy, he's the developer of Thomas Was Alone. I think he was under the impression of that it was like a power play by Sony to kind of like take the guys, like the Xbox 360 guys, and like, oh, if you play GTA 5, you can, you can get it. All your progress is still going to be here on thingy, which I actually normally don't tweet at like well-known people, but
But there is a lot of people who had 360s and kind of made the switch to PS4, so I think that kind of reaches out to those people.
what did you say? Sorry.
I said I think there's a lot of people who last gen were 360 and then this gen changed to PS4. So
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
mentioned 360, I think he was kind of talking to those people.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's probably was more so what he was doing. You know what pissed me off though? That fucking little jive he got in there about the
Yeah,
camera.
the camera.
Yeah,
I had a
I'm
good old
just,
smirk on
I'm
my
just
face
like,
on that.
look, dude, you're in the middle of like a really boring segment of this press conference. Microsoft has better games coming out at the moment. Um, like
Things I don't
shut your
agree
mouth.
with.
Yeah, well, there's a surprise.
What's the surprise that you don't agree either?
um, like so,
It
we'll,
was
we'll
really
get.
cool of Microsoft to show off all those games I'll be getting on my PS4.
I was just gonna say about that, like Metal Gear Solid 5, GTA 5, Batman.
The Last of Us, Uncharted, Ratchet and Clank being remade, No Man's Sky coming first to PS4, all this
Games
shit
already been
here.
at. Yeah, but like No Man's Sky's coming to.
Yeah, but your favorite game of Microsoft was all the Halo, and they've already been out.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. It's like there's
Yeah,
better
just saying
games
it.
right now.
It's only valid when it works for me, Daniel.
No, I'm just for me.
Hey, come on, listen. Let's not reduce ourselves to Badger-esque.
Hey, I need to keep putting it across me just so you can keep getting your points in.
Hey.
Look it right, just listen. For me, Microsoft has a better showing today. It was nothing but games. I didn't get bored. Even though some games I wasn't that interested in, like maybe I probably won't buy them. But I mean, I was like, oh, that looked interesting. But Sony had a real lull, and they had to go back to that old bullshit of fucking, little remarks when Microsoft just got down to business and talk games. Um, you know, there's
They did have the lull where they talk shit, but then they did extend, like their presser was longer,
yeah,
but there
but it
was
was
the
only
same
longer.
amount of games.
It was only longer because they talked so much shit in the middle. If they
Yeah,
cut
but
that out, it
it
would have
was
been better.
yeah, if they cut it out, it would have been the same length as Microsoft's, and it would have been games all the way through.
Yeah, and they should have done that. And I would
And
be
yeah,
like,
I
okay,
agree
but
with
you
that,
can't.
but that doesn't mean that there was less games. It just means it was boring there for a while. Like I don't
Oh,
really
it's
care
so
about
boring.
so long as the games get shown, that's all I really care about.
Yeah, eventually got shown. Well, I say
Eventually, as well,
eventually. I mean, like CGI of Bloodborne. I mean, I know there was CGI stuff for Microsoft as well.
most of it.
It actually seems to be kind of the theme, doesn't it? Like this E3, a lot more just like this is coming, but just hold out.
Yeah, it's kind of worrying.
Yeah. Um.
But anyway, where
Uh,
were we? GTA 5?
we touched on GTA 5. So, anyways, that's coming. Finally, we know for a fact. Everyone knew it was going to happen, but it's good to have the confirmation. I'm still on the fence if I'll get it for PC or Xbox One. I'll probably get it for both once it gets cheap on PC. The upside of PC is you can find really good deals really quickly. Even
Piracy.
no, I like there's just good websites like GTA.com and CGA CD keys.
And
We're
Torrent
not
Bay then.
Pirate Bay, whatever. No, I'm only joking. So you can just experience the mods on a PC, but then kind of just enjoy that console feel, that you kind of just get with GTA. But
Yeah,
anyways, Batman was then shown, and it looked really nice.
it wasn't. No, I liked. You know what I liked is the height. It seemed like a lot
Yeah,
taller.
city seems huge, and you got to see him just glide around at a serious speed, which was really cool. You got to
Yeah,
see him, he got to go in the Batmobile. It transferred into a tank, blew shit up, and then he just like flew down the road really fast and ejected, and he got air and went to where the Penguin was. And annoyingly, the camera panned out, and I couldn't see what was happening. And then it panned in when it was Scarecrow talking, who looked really cool.
yeah, that was
And
cool.
then just after that, the stream crashed. Uh,
How do you mean?
like the stream crashed, and it came in just for Uncharted when Nathan Drake's getting up and
Oh,
kind of
for
like
you, you
walking
mean?
away. Yeah, for me. Other people too. A lot of people were going ape shit in the side chat on,
LOL.
on Twitch. Yeah. So I missed a little bit of Uncharted, but it wasn't that long, was it?
No, it wasn't long, but the first part was the best part because it was really close up on his face, like just that opening shot on his face. And it's like all the tiny little details in his face, and then there's like this fly buzzes up and kind of lands on his forehead, like just casts a perfect shadow and everything.
I wonder will it look like that? We'll have to
They
wait and
said
see.
like there's a message on the front saying this is all on PS4, like it's like as in not CGI.
Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, that's interesting. Um, so that was Sony's
Oh, by the
Sony's
way, just a comment there from Bananas. He said apparently you can see a wedding ring on Nathan's hand, which I did notice, but I didn't think there was anything strange about that because
I didn't see that at all.
I thought himself and Elena got back together at the end of 3. So I don't know about the speculation. I assume
Uh,
Elena's the wife.
yeah, he can't do it like that, bro.
I don't know. Anyway, I need to research this in further detail at another time.
Sorry, I'm just reading some of these consoles. I just realized like people were commenting on Speak Out and not on YouTube, which is fine, of
Okay.
course.
Anything
Um,
good?
yeah, just Sharon G saying that he doesn't think that was a dig, but it's stupid to think otherwise, Sharon G. To be
That was
honest.
a cheeky old wink. It wasn't. It wasn't like there was no badness in it.
Well, whatever.
Unless you're like a complete Microsoft fanboy and you just can't take any criticism at all.
No, it's not. Let me just say something and then cut across John before there's a chance to reply. Classic Sony maneuvering.
I learned that from
Shit.
Shuhei back
Yeah.
in the academy.
Danielson, when we sell the Bundaroo, you must be ready to interrupt the Alright, so Sharky said he wasn't much interested in that comic series, but when they said it'd be free on PlayStation Plus, or for PlayStation Plus users, then I don't mind. Can't argue with free stuff. Hopefully it'll be good. It was only a bit of the show and that deviated from the games for a bit. A bit? A bit? That was fucking ages. I actually started
20 minutes, I think it was.
20 minutes is a serious chunk for bullshit. Like, I know because I had to sit through the Xbox One fucking launch. That was bad. And that's what I was starting to think. I was like, this is just what Microsoft were doing. I was like,
Oh, sorry to interrupt in a non.
are you
interrupted
sorry?
way,
I haven't
but-
been sorry all the other times.
What did you think about how they like only briefly mentioned Morpheus?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. We got a comment before we go to Morpheus. We got a comment from God Gives Beloved Oak. Or Beloved Oak, sorry, whoops. I think Microsoft won E3. Because I'm not even considering Nintendo.
Wow, harsh. Did you type that comment?
No, I
Sounds like something you type.
no. I just said that. Like, I'm saying who won E3, and then I instantly answered the question. So I'm saying Microsoft won because I'm also not considering Nintendo in the running.
Oh, he asked the question.
Yeah, God
Oh, I
gives
see.
beloved oak. Asked that question at
Right.
4:44 a.m. our time. So we're actually a bit late. Um, and yeah, I think for me, Microsoft, it was nothing but games. I didn't get bored, and it got me really excited about owning a 360. Finally, or 360, sorry, an Xbox One finally, because I've been fairly vocal about my annoyance that I bought it so early.
Okay.
Um,
I suppose I should answer the question too then.
yeah, hold
I
on, let's get ready for this big twist we're about to hear.
I think Microsoft definitely had the better structure. Like game after game after game, that was cool. And in the beginning, Sony had that game after game. I thought they were like learning from them. I was like, okay, this is good. Definitely that 20 minutes in the middle, that was horseshit. Nobody wanted that. Like if they had Morpheus in there instead, that would
Yeah,
have been way better.
we'll briefly touch on Morpheus as well.
Yeah.
Let's not forget.
But overall, just the PS had the games I prefer. Like, John, you prefer the Halo. I
Yeah,
prefer the Uncharted. So those kind of
yeah,
games will sway you. So for me, it's the Sony because I like the Sony games.
I
But they
see.
both showed a lot of nice third-party games too. Like
Yeah,
so,
they did. I'm really interested in seeing what's coming out during the rest of the week because a lot of the times like some of the reveals come during the week. Just on the show floor as it were.
yeah.
So that could be big too. We got to be keeping an ear to the ground. I have to podcast at a moment's notice. Um, what was your game of show for PS4? That's a question I got for you.
Shit. That's
I
tough.
understand that you had to see gameplay footage for this to actually be answerable, but try your best.
Is that true? It has to be
No, I'm
gameplay.
joking. No, it can just be whatever. I'm just being a dickhead.
This is difficult for me to answer. It's gonna be between Uncharted and No Man's Sky, I think. Maybe Bloodborne 2.
But Bloodborne 2 was it was pretty much a video.
I know, but
Uh,
like I just like
the
those
look of it.
gifs. Those gifs leaked of it too. That was gameplay, and they kind of look cool.
Oh wow. So
So
maybe they
hopefully
should have
we'll see
showed
some
some games.
gameplay during the week. If they have those videos ready for people to leak them, then you think they'd be close to release.
Um, maybe. I'm sure we're going to see something soon because they announced it maybe a month or two. We might actually get a bit of gameplay or something. Uh, Let me see. I'm just trying to think now. For me on the Xbox, um, obviously the Master Chief Collection. It was everything I've wanted. I mean, the nostalgia I've attached to Halo is unreal. It just brings me back to when I was younger, like coming home from school and just playing Halo all day and playing split screen with my friends and just like having so much fun. I made like a lot of good online friends, from Halo and stuff like that. So there's like good memories attached to that. So for me, I'd say the Halo Master Chief Collection and seeing Halo 2 remastered was really nice because again, a lot of good memories with that. Um, but we'll just say a game that's new. Let me see. That's going to be a tough one. Oh man. For exclusives, I'm going to kind of cheat here and have kind of like two. For
Okay.
exclusives, Sunset Overdrive has pleasantly surprised me. I was actually surprised with like how much fun it looked. At first, I was like, I don't know. When I kind of seen some footage earlier, like
Yeah.
maybe a month ago, or so, they had some footage out recently, and I
Did
was
it?
like, it looks good, but I don't think I can see myself playing it for a long time. But then
Okay.
what they showed today, I was like, wow, this looks really good. Like that looked like a lot of fun to play. Just turn it on and like shut your brain off for a bit.
Nice.
You know.
So what's game
So
number two?
yeah, Sunset Overdrive, and for third party, across all consoles, I'm gonna go with Assassin's Creed Unity. I am so excited
Ooh,
to play this game.
that's a surprise entry.
Yeah, well,
Would you have believed that that would be your tied
no,
game of show beforehand?
I was like, it's gonna be good, but I was like very impressed with it. Um, Evolve, we didn't see enough of it. Call of Duty is, it looks good, but it's Call of Duty. Uh, I didn't see the Evil Within. Tomb Raider, no real gameplay. The Witcher now is very close second, and there
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
enough of the Division to say, yeah, that was it for me. Like we got to see pretty much a whole mission, two whole missions, because at Ubisoft they showed more Assassin's Creed. Um, so yeah, that's for me. What about you? What's your third party one?
Just because I'm a massive fanboy, Metal Gear Solid 5.
True, but okay. How about one where we actually seen gameplay?
Third party. Um, I think just based on the C3, yeah,
Yeah, what we've seen today.
I think maybe Batman.
Oh yeah, that's a good choice too. Um,
Again, Witcher would be close up there, but I don't know, something about Batman.
yeah, I was just looking at like it just looks like it's still just going to be that great Batman game that Rocksteady just keep making.
Yeah. The Batmobile looks cool as well. Did you see the battle mode?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Like it's able
That
to
was
move around left, right, really quick. Like,
I was really glad that we got to see some footage, you know.
yeah.
So it's pretty late now. I
So
think we've
the
covered
sun
everything.
is
Well,
coming up.
yeah, we've got Uncharted. We it wasn't much to look at. It looked really pretty, of course, but it wasn't much going on. Um, but
Look,
it's
I'm
good.
going to watch all these again now in higher quality. Hopefully,
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it maybe tomorrow in higher quality. Um, but at least Uncharted's out there. We've got a name. Um,
oh yeah, it's
the Thief's End.
yes, that's it.
Cool name.
Uncharted, and it has a 4 at the end too. So
Yeah. So let us know in the comments on YouTube or in Speak Up, preferably YouTube, who you thought won or who you thought had the better showing, and we can maybe get a little debate going on that. I'll answer some of you
we
guys, and
we'll be back tomorrow for the Nintendo one at some
yeah,
point. We'll be
yeah, all
joined
going
by
well.
Aaron Wilkins, I believe, a guy from TechChat.com.
Yeah,
So look
since we're
forward to
not
that.
really knowledgeable on Nintendo, but I'll.
Actually, I think Hongo as well. I think he might be joining.
Oh, cool, cool. So tomorrow, and then I think that's us until unless there's some big reveals this week. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. I got shit to do tomorrow.
All
All
right.
right, guys. Thanks. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks for listening, and have a good week 3.
Take it easy.